Hello, welcome to the Expired Podcast. This is Ep7, and today we will be discussing the topic of self-care. Josh, take it away.
All right. So we have a list of questions that we're just gonna ask ourselves and, just discuss amongst ourselves. And we'll just get right into it. All right. What does it mean to you as an individual to relax? Define it in your own terms.
Ooh, this is a very interesting one because whenever one of my girlfriends is like going through something and I tell them to relax, it is interpreted very differently.
Dude, you
Um,
never tell a girl to chill or relax.
well, I've
Those are
learned
like
that over the years, yes, yes. But
that's
when I
very
did,
like
oh,
it like
yeah.
almost infuriates us.
Okay, wait,
Like,
then just
hmm
just from your reaction, I'm very curious to know, like, if you were to speak for the girls, like, what does relax kind of mean to you guys?
like when you say it to us, or just like in the
Yeah, yeah.
question. Oh,
No, no, no. Like when we say it to you, like you guys are going through something and you're telling us about it, and we're like, "Whoa, chill, relax," and then you guys like
oh,
pop
okay.
off at us. Like, what does
It's
it mean in
like,
that context to you
dude,
guys?
if you said that, okay, I feel like if a guy said that to me, like it would make me so pissed, just because like I can't relax right now. I can't chill out. That's why I'm talking to you about this. That's how I feel. But like I know other girls, it's just like it just makes them mad
Mhm.
because it's like telling a sad person, dude, just stop
Don't be
crying, be
sad.
happy. Yeah, be like that.
Interesting. I think going off of that, I think something that I've discovered to work better than telling them to calm down or chill is just say, just take a deep breath.
hmm
And then they're like, okay, I'll do that. And then they do it and they like they calm down a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's a lot better than hearing calm down,
Chill,
chill. Oh
chill,
my
bro.
god, no, but chill and chill out is
Hey,
the
hey, hey,
worst.
don't start getting mad.
Oh my god.
All right. Going back to the question,
Yes.
what does it mean when you guys relax?
Like, what does it look like?
I guess so.
What is relaxing? Because I feel like all I'm doing nowadays is relaxing, but also at the same time I'm like so stressed out. So I don't think I'm relaxing. But all I'm doing is staying home. You know what I mean?
I feel like there's a difference between resting and relaxing.
Is there really?
I think so.
Physically relaxing is resting, and relaxing, I feel like, is more mental.
Mm.
That's just for me, I guess. Like if I'm just laying down in bed and I'm worrying about the homework that I have due like in the day, then I'm not really relaxing. That's just
I see.
being a couch potato, yes. Then I guess I haven't been relaxing for like the past few years
Here's
because there's
yeah.
always something to worry about.
It is what it is.
Bro.
I think for me, relaxing is just doing something that doesn't stress me out, doing something for myself,
Mhm.
whether it's like eating good food, I don't know,
Mm,
watching YouTube, watching movies, or like taking on a creative project, right? Editing people's photos for fun. That's pretty relaxing, I would say.
Interesting.
Lydia, you're like zoned out right now.
you sound very uninterested.
You're like, I can't even copy the
Sorry.
face.
No. No, I be blanking out here and there, sorry. I just like started like scratching an itch I had, and then I started like staring into the abyss, and then I just couldn't break off of it until you
You were
said it.
relaxing.
Yeah, yeah.
Sean, what about you?
I guess I relax when I forget about what I have to do. Because, like I said earlier, there's always something I have to do, but and I do forget it in the moment. Like, I can't even say I relaxed in like the retreats because I was always thinking about the homework I would have to do when I come back. I'm trying to think back if there's a specific moment when I was relaxing, but now that I think back, it's all just resting, and I was still under mental torment. I mean, I guess it would just be something I enjoy. Like when I play guitar, I guess
Mm.
that is when I kind of get into the moment.
And Lydia, you said you don't know how to relax.
And no,
No,
she just needs to scratch an itch, bro.
I was thinking about it. You're so ugly. Uh, like scratching an itch is barely relaxing to
Yes,
me.
Mm.
yes.
Nah,
I
just
mean,
kidding.
it is. When you hit that spot, bro. Oh my
That
God.
does make sense.
No, but I was thinking about it while you guys were talking. Maybe that's why I was spaced out. But I feel like a lot of people associate relaxing probably like the one common action they do to relax is probably taking a bath. You know, like with like those herbs, salt, or whatever. No, that's
Mm.
for cooking.
Um,
Sorry.
You just
cook
cooking
yourself
yourself?
in the bathtub.
Dude, I don't know
Get
about you
some
guys, but
thyme.
when I shower, like my like water is boiling. Like I want to like it's almost like
Mm.
after I come out, my skin is like almost burnt off, but it's like the best feeling.
You're like
Uh-huh.
steaming yourself.
Yeah, it feels really
You're a
good though.
hopang. Steamed buns.
Buns. No, but I was thinking about it. I was like, when I take a bath, is it relaxing? But it's like I feel like bath is taking a bath is not relaxing because it's. So I feel like I do it like pretty often. But you know how people when it's like when they take a bath, it's like once in a while.
So because you do it too often, it's not relaxing anymore?
Yeah, it's like there's not really like a deeper meaning behind baths now. Like
Mm.
like
It's just a
if
bath.
yeah,
So you think relaxing is like a special event?
it's I haven't like I said, I don't know how to relax.
So the real reason that Lydia can't relax is because she just doesn't know how to.
I simply can't.
She's simply unable.
I am physically unable to relax.
She is always tense. All right. Then instead of relaxing,
Mm.
what activity brings you enjoyment? And how often do you do this task?
Enjoyment is very different than relaxing. I do this all the time.
Mm.
Procrastinating is one of my great joys in life.
Ah, yes.
I think many of us can relate with this.
Yeah.
It's also one of the greatest stress factors in
It's
our
just something
lives.
about it. Like, you know you can get it done later, so you just enjoy the moment. I don't know.
And it's the fact that you still get it done, even though you
Yeah, exactly.
procrastinate.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you get the
And
same amount of credit for doing it
that is
later than.
exactly why we all are still procrastinating.
Yeah, I did that last night.
I'm doing that
Because,
right
you
now,
know,
actually.
we still get it done.
Yeah.
Exactly. Actually, I don't know about some people, but uh, but
But everyone here,
yeah, yeah.
think just I realized I become a little more social between people that I've already come to know.
Hmm.
And just like doing anything with anyone that I'm familiar with, whether it's just like having a conversation or doing an activity like video games or watching a movie or Netflix.
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel like I've come to treasure those a little more.
Mm.
That's like the only thing I have after coming to North Carolina.
Well, we really can't do anything because
Yeah, I
that
guess.
whole virus thing.
And you guys are quite far now, including Josh.
I mean, it's just a 5-minute walk to Dave's Hot Chicken, though, so we can just meet you guys there.
Right? We just love skipping, don't we?
All right, Lydia, what about you?
For me, it's probably
Taking a bath?
actually a song called Bath. It's actually pretty good. You guys should check it out. But anyways, it's probably just like hanging out with my friends, but when we're eating good food, like really good food.
You're a very food-oriented person.
I love I love food, but I mean who doesn't? We also have a really big foodie here, Josh.
Hmm. By the way, Josh can eat an In-N-Out cheeseburger in 2
2
bites.
bites.
If
That
anyone wants
is
to try
that
beating
is
that
true.
record.
Maybe 1.5 if he really tries it, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like it's already 1.5
Bites?
because
Oh,
like the
You
first
couldn't
bite
pass
is
the
entirely
threshold.
full.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the rest I just have to just
inhale.
just toss it in there.
Essentially. Yes, essentially.
Yeah, probably just eating really good food brings me joy.
So take
Have
out the friends from before.
Mhm.
She doesn't care
No,
who's there. It could be her mortal enemy out sitting on the other side, but as long as it's good food, she'll eat it.
I guess. Yeah, not to the friends part, but I don't know. I love making more memories with my loved ones, and if it's through food, it's better. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about food when you said loved ones.
Oh my god. Next question.
All right, next question. Do you think you are being selfish if you put your needs first, or do you feel guilty by doing so? Why or why not?
Ooh.
We just went from what activity brings you enjoyment to do you feel guilty about rejecting other people?
I feel like if you asked me this question a couple of years ago, I'd probably say yeah, because I mean, I'm still kind of like this, but I feel like I'm the type of person to like that tend to like put other people before me.
Mhm.
Feel like I'm just that type of person, and yeah, back then I feel like if I didn't put
Mhm.
mm, yeah, I wouldn't say I was like selfless because I wasn't that, but I definitely was like someone who probably did feel guilty, like feeling happy. I mean, we're talking about the Lydia that was in high school that was depressed, you know? Every time I did feel some sort of happiness or some sort of joy back then, it I did have the thought like, oh, am I even like worth feeling this emotion, you know? And I think that that's for a lot of people who did feel like,
Mhm.
with a depression and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But now I feel like I know the line of like how much I'm supposed I know the line
Mhm.
and the limit to how much I can do for someone else,
Mm,
you know? Okay, I volunteer Joshua.
okay. I don't think I feel selfish by putting my needs first
Mm,
because, like, from a young age, I've had not much to do for, like, myself.
What do you mean?
Like, when people ask for something and then you say no,
Mhm.
mhm,
they usually give you a reason why and they have, like, something else planned, and that's
Mhm.
why they
mm,
say no. But I, as
mhm,
a kid, didn't have that.
So you didn't have any excuses to not.
I didn't have any excuses to not do it. And then being in a family it's got 3 kids and being the middle
Mhm.
one, I've always had to put like other people first a lot of the times.
I mean, you don't have to have an actual reason. It could just be because you don't want to.
Well, that's also the thing. It's because I had nothing else to do that I was like, sure, I'll do it,
mm,
Oh, okay, I
right?
see. Uh-huh.
And like I've learned in I think mostly in high school that like taking time for myself is important and saying no
mm,
to things that I don't want to is not a bad thing. And I was like,
mhm,
okay, I'm just straight up not gonna go anywhere. Me time only. And I was like, okay, I've
Mhm.
come to the conclusion that they can't expect me to do everything with them
Mhm.
because
mhm,
I don't expect that of them either. Right.
mhm.
And if it's somebody really close and they've asked me prior, like if I'm the last resort, yeah, I'll feel bad. But if I can't do it or don't want to do it, then it is what it is.
Yeah, I feel like I had a similar problem, if you would consider that a problem. But like I had a really hard time saying no, especially if it's like somebody's asking me to do something for them,
Mhm.
you know? And it's like not because of the same reason as Josh, but it was mostly like, oh, like I feel like if I don't do this to them, like they're probably gonna like hate me. So I would never. I still have a really hard time saying no to my friends, but
Hmm.
yeah. But now it's not because. But now like I just don't say no as often because like I would gladly do it for them,
Hmm.
because I can. But back then I wouldn't. I would have a hard time saying no because I felt guilty, I guess. Yeah.
I also feel like it's different in high school when people ask you for things because you're associated with different groups of people, right? Whether it's the same class you're taking or like
Yeah.
same circle of friends or whatever. Like
Hmm.
oftentimes people ask you for homework in high
Mhm.
school, right?
Yeah.
Or they ask you, I don't know, to cover their whatever, whether
Hmm.
it's like a shift or practice or whatever.
Mhm.
But like after high school, nobody asks you for anything unless they're like close enough to where they can be asking you for that kind of thing.
Or
Hmm.
unless you have friends that are still in high school.
Well, yeah, but they wouldn't be asking you for homework or anything high school related if you're not still in high school.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like the environment that these opportunities or situations came up were really important.
That is very true.
Yeah, because like everyone who asks me now, I would definitely gladly do it, and
Mhm.
Hmm.
don't I don't find myself saying no as much as I did back in high school.
For me, I think I kind of still like I'm not sure if I feel guilty for saying no. Like, so a prior discussion that we've had was about like our good and bad qualities of each other. And what Josh said about me was,
I think I said something along the lines of like you're always down for something, and that was something that I really
yes.
liked. But then the other half is you didn't have a strong opinion.
So the part where I was always down for something, that is because I do feel selfish a lot of times for saying no or for putting my needs first. But I also think that that kind of feeling developed from like, because I've grown up in a very fortunately good environment where anything where I've done a favor for someone, I'd say I've gotten like a good return. And I'm not saying I do things for the intent of getting something back, but because I've always just had a good response to like a kind gesture that I did, I kind of just expected that out of every situation where I would put myself or I would put others before myself.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it greatly depends on like the kind of situations where people have asked for like your help because now especially when like if someone asks you for money, then that's a very different question. You it's not about I mean, it is kind of you might feel guilty, but there are certain lines that you can't cross, like Lydia was saying.
Like certain like the lines that you set for yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Those lines are very different depending on what you're being asked of. So in general, I think I still do feel selfish for saying no to anything.
All right. The next question is very short, but it's a little complicated. It asks, "What motivates you?"
And in what sense?
I think just like what gets you up in the morning is how I'm interpreting it, right? What makes you look forward to like the next day, or what's keeping you alive, kind of thing, right?
Hmm.
Going a little dark, but what's stopping you from ending it all? Yeah, Lydia, you look like you want to say something.
Oh, no, I'm thinking. Yeah, we can get really dark.
Yeah, I guess I can go first on this topic. What motivates me is the future that I want to have.
Hmm.
Mm,
Like what what career path I have or it's it's not like I'm following a dream or anything. I just want to live a decent life with a decent paycheck, in a decent area.
mhm.
But I feel like what Josh asked about like what's keeping you from ending it all. I feel like that's a very different question. Like,
Yeah.
'cause as a Christian, I might have a certain answer for that. Yes. But for my own desires, I might have another answer for that. I mean, they're the same. What am I saying? Of course, my my own
My
desires are the
desires
same
are
as
only for
Christian
God.
desires. Of course, they're the same.
The
I
answer
mean,
is God.
The answer is
exactly,
always
exactly.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think it's just what future I am working towards, which is what motivates me.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I think mine's kind of similar to that. I have like this idealized future of myself, like having a family,
Yes.
working like a decent job, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know a couple of people who like fantasize about just owning an apartment one day,
That would be
right?
so nice.
Like it's just I just want to live in an apartment without
Yeah.
like financial worries. And it's similar to
Mhm.
that, right? I just want a good happy life. And not only that, I think what also motivates me is the past, right? Things that I've gone through and things that I've learned.
Hmm.
I kind of want to either pass forward, pass down, or
Mhm.
make sure that it doesn't happen again or that nobody else goes through it.
I think that's really interesting because when I think about the future, like all I do is worry, and all I
I
do
mean,
is like just like think about it, and it makes me really frustrated and like upset, maybe even depressed.
Mhm.
Maybe it does make me depressed. Just like thinking about the future and like I don't know what's gonna happen. Obviously, nobody knows what's gonna happen, but like to me, like I think not knowing like the fear of not knowing what's gonna happen is amplified for me. Like
Mm.
it's it's like to the point where it's like I don't because I don't see one, it's like, do
Mhm.
I really want to keep going? You know? It's kinda like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm always battling that thought. Yeah. 'Cause I remember just like talking about it with like one of my academic counselors, if we're gonna call it like that. And then I just started crying 'cause I was like, I don't know
Mhm.
what I wanna do. I don't see a future. Cause like back then in high school, I did think I had like a set path, like a set like dream and goal that I had, which was dance. And and then like all of like actual real like adult world problems are like on the spotlight once you become like a senior, having to think about like what college you're gonna go to and what you're
Mhm.
gonna major in. And obviously, like people change their major, but like at the time, I was like, oh, this is gonna determine my life. You know?
It is a big decision, yeah.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, I think probably the one thing that does motivate me though is
Food,
food.
for
there's
sure, for
so many
sure.
things
Getting
you
up.
haven't eaten
Mhm.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I can kind of relate with that a little bit.
No, like
Wait, Lydia,
literally.
what's your actual answer though?
Oh, like I'm pretty sure it's food because like I just think about it. If we're literally gonna be talking about like what gets me up in the morning, I'm like I wake up and you guys know this, but when I'm hangry, like it's really bad. Like I get so upset
World
and
War Three.
yeah, like in my stomach. It's because my stomach starts hurting so bad. Like it feels like it's eating itself, you know? And
It
I
kind of
just
is.
yeah, it feels like that.
It is.
It is. It simply is doing. No, but literally, I'd be like in my bed because like nobody get like opens their eyes and then like immediately goes to the bathroom and like starts getting ready for the day. You at least like lay there, whether it's on your phone or
Yes,
journaling
yes.
or whatever that people do nowadays. But
What
I'd
do you
be on
mean
my phone.
nowadays? People have been journaling for years. We
Sorry,
sound like some boomers.
I
What are these young kids are
these
journaling?
youngins.
Oh my goodness,
No.
these Zoomers and their vlogs.
Yeah, I'll be like on my phone and I'll start getting hungry and then I'll start watching YouTube like people cooking and I'll get like more hungry. So I'll get up, go to the kitchen and see that there's no food and get more upset. But then, yeah, if we're talking about like what literally gets me up in the morning is probably getting food and just like fantasizing about all the like good food I see on the internet. Dude. And sometimes I be on my phone and then like it'll like those food insider posts, it'll
Mm.
pop up with like some really good like pasta or something, right? I'm not
Mhm.
really a pasta fan, but obviously in the video it looks like freaking scrumptious, you
Oh,
know?
it's way better. Yeah.
Then
Scrumptious.
yeah, but then it'll show like the location and it'll be like New Jersey, right? And I'll be like, why can't it? But I think about it, I'm like, honestly, there's so many more things in California than there is in New Jersey. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
I should probably be grateful that I live here to have like access to Dave's Hot Chicken
Oh my
because Sean doesn't have
God,
that.
bro, don't even get me started.
Same as like Raising Cane's because I know there's only like specific locations.
There's a
Yeah.
Raisin Cane's like 5 minutes from my campus.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Oh, it's because Ashley's always like, I want Raising Cane's. And then every time she comes down, we get Raising Cane's. But yeah.
There's no In and Out on the East Coast.
That is true.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. And there's no Blue Bowl there.
Yup.
You're not even eating that very often these days.
It's because it's really far.
How far?
Like in Long Beach.
Oh, wow.
I usually only get it when when I go there because my friend lives there.
Hmm. Okay.
I've really seen her over there. She usually just comes to me.
The Blue Bowl.
No,
Okay.
with the Blue Bowl. Okay.
I think going back to the topic of the future being uncertain, I think that gives me more hope because
Mm,
the future isn't as we know it, it's not set in a certain way, right?
hmm
So that means there's an infinite number of possibilities that it could result in, right? And I'm pretty sure half of them are good and half of them are bad.
Right, Doctor
50
Strange.
50 as an
Okay.
odd is not that bad, right? It's a coin flip. And
Yeah.
True.
I think it's a little more hopeful that your life can change for the better. But I think it's I guess it's a matter of perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Because I look at it, I'm like, all the bad things that can happen.
It's like the glass is half empty and half full.
I think the one thought that I always just like have a hard time grasping is that I'm still young and I can still like change. I know I'm like really young. I'm only 18, obviously. I'm still a freshman in college, but I don't know. So I don't know what it is, but I always feel like I'm late to things. Like I should have started things earlier.
Like, are there some examples?
Okay, like dance.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I should have started it earlier instead of starting in like 10th grade. I know that's super young, but if when I think about it, it's like I think about all like the famous people that have already like kind of like
Has gone through all the motions.
yeah, and their name is very well known in the dance industry. They all started when they were really young, like 6 or like maybe even younger.
Really? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when I think of it like that, I think, wow, like I started really late, and I feel like there is no time to for me to like make my name or yeah, make my name more well known in this industry. So that
Mm-hmm.
honestly really discouraged me, I think. Same with like the whole photography thing, I feel like I should have started earlier. I feel like if I started earlier, I would have been able to focus more on like business marketing when I'm in college. That's just how I see it. And yeah, so but it's really encouraging when people say to me that like, you're still young, like you have a lot of time in a very in a specific tone, obviously. Because like when people say like, it's okay, like you have a lot of time, I'm just like, shut the fuck up, like, like I, no, not necessarily, as TFU, but it's kind of just like makes me like feel like I'm getting nagged at. It's like you think I don't know that? Obviously, I don't because that's why you need to tell. That's why you're telling it to me. But it's like you could have said it like differently with different wording, maybe that would actually like get to my brain, and make me go like, oh, yeah, you know.
I mean, this is not a good method, but a lot of the times when I'm like feeling uncertain about my future, like I start like comparing myself to others, and I
Like,
see
oh,
that
I'm so much better off.
okay, that you don't have to say it like that, okay?
But
But
that's
it's like
technically what you are.
I am very fortunate, okay? I realize I am very fortunate to have what I have,
Uh-huh.
and that there is still hope.
Interesting. So I feel like sorry, I'm talking so much, but I feel like when I do that, when I compare myself to other people, I'm like, dude, these people are doing so much better than I'm doing. That's what I think about. Because I'm just like, well, they like when I think
I mean,
about
no,
or
no, like I look for the people that are doing worse than me, and I'm like, oh, thank God.
Glasses half full, glasses half empty kind of thing
Yeah.
again.
I don't know, I feel like every time I just like the people around me, I feel like they just have like obviously it's the perspective, and also like I just don't know exactly what's happening in their life too. I'm just assuming. But like when I like think about the people in my life right now, it's like even you guys, in my eyes, it feels like you guys have your life together. It's yeah, which is obviously like not, it might be true, might not be true, but it's like I'm just I just think
Mm,
about like how like for Sean, he has a set like goal, like end goal. He wants to
mm,
be, work in the comp sci industry,
interesting.
whatever. And for Josh, it's like he's changed majors multiple times, but
Okay,
he
it was only once.
oh, sorry. Sorry, it's because you make it seem like you changed it like 3 times, you know?
No, I just contemplated
You said
different
it.
majors for a long period
Sorry.
of time and then finally landed on one.
Sorry guys, let me rephrase that. Josh, changed, questioned his major, but now like I think a, a couple episodes or
Hmm.
whatever or a conversation before he said how like he finds like the social media thing like really interesting, like making stuff is like really interesting and fun for him. So
Hmm.
I don't, I'm so sorry, Josh. What are you majoring in right now? I didn't want to assume like something wrong.
It's communications.
Oh, okay, okay. I knew it. I knew it. Okay, it's communications. So it's like I'm like, wow, Josh like found his passion, or like that's what I think. I'm just like, wow, Josh has his shit together. He wants to graduate with a communication major, and I'm just like, that's really. I find that really envious. Like I'm really envious of that, and same,
Interesting.
especially with like you know people in our friend group that are art students. I'm like, wow, like they have a passion and they're trying to achieve that. They're going to school for art, which is like their passion and their like dream. And I see that in my eyes and I'm just like, dude, I'm so jealous of that. Like I feel like I wish I had something like that, you know?
I
Yeah.
think I think you have to realize that we are a couple steps ahead of you because we're older, right? Like I've only decided my major last semester, right? Back in like November, I think, right? So it's still pretty fresh. And Sean took a year
I had a
for,
gap year. I
yeah,
had
he
a
had a
year
gap
to get
year,
my
right?
stuff together.
Right? He took the time, right? And then for the art students, they're still a couple years ahead. You're a freshman in college. You don't have to be, you're not pressed for time right now, right?
Yeah.
Maybe when you're at my stage, like nearing the end of your sophomore year, you got to start
Figuring it
figuring stuff
out.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you have time. Like, don't worry about it.
Actually, like for me, I when I saw Lydia and like she was trying dance and trying photography, I was kind of envious of that because yes, I'm a comp sci major and fortunately I'm decent at it, which is why I chose it. But it's nothing that I'm really passionate about. But you got to try those things that you're very passionate about, and that's that's not an opportunity that I think I've had.
Hmm.
Because before comp sci, I wanted to be a marine biologist. But
Oh
then
yeah.
after taking bio honors in ninth grade and getting a C and realizing that I'm not good at any science, I was like,
Hmm.
yeah, up until 11th grade, where I took my first computer science course, I had no idea what I was gonna do. And then computer science was just like, yeah, my dad is doing it. My brother's kind of thinking of doing it. I tried a first class and I'm decent, so I'll go this direction, and it makes good money. So it's like it's nothing that I'm passionate about, even though it is like it's like a safe path, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like I envy that you had those opportunities to try what you wanted, you know?
Hmm.
Yeah, there's good and bad in each situation.
Sorry. Sorry, I wasn't yawning because you were boring. I was just really tired. Sorry.
Oh, okay, okay. Whatever you
Fuck you.
say.
All right, going from that, quick, throw a distraction. All right, let's move on to our. I think this would be our last question. Do you have
Yes.
trouble asking for what you need? And do you feel inadequate if you ask for help?
Oh, hell yes.
Yes
I
to the
cannot
first one. Yes.
cannot ask a question in class.
Hmm.
I feel like for me, sometimes, or a lot of the times, I ask for help because I need something,
Uh-huh.
but other times I don't ask because I feel like I should be doing this on my own,
Yes.
and kind of like a perfectionist mindset mixed with a procrastinating mindset. So when I get to the point where I should be done, I am starting it and it's way too late to ask for help. And then on
Crazy.
top of that, I can't ask anyone for help because I I have a specific vision for it and I know if I don't do it,
Hmm.
I'm not going to be 100% satisfied with myself.
I think I'm like that too. But it's really situational. Like if it's help with carrying something, I wouldn't be shy about that. But if it was like
Don't you want to
needing
be
a
a strong, independent woman? I'm just kidding.
okay,
I'm just
but
kidding. I'm kidding.
like
Down with
Kidding.
the
it's
patriarchy?
it's embarrassing when I say that and I can't lift or I try really hard to lift and can't, And then
That is true.
Hmm.
but I also kind of find it offensive when like so this is so off topic, but like when I'm fully capable of lifting something that even to other people it looks like I can lift it up,
Hmm.
when I'm carrying something, and then some guy who's super misogynistic will be like, "Oh, like I'll carry that for you. Like don't worry. Like you can carry something like lighter." It
Hmm.
makes me like so infuriated. I'm like, "Do you think I'm like less capable than you? Like you look like a stick. Like you can looks like you
Damn.
can break." Yeah, it's always the guys who are like skinnier than me too, and it's like it's like yeah, but there's also it's really like depending on like how you ask. If you
Mm,
say it in a really degrading way, then it's like really offensive. But if it's like if I can genuinely just like tell that like oh you're just like just want to help, then like I'll be like oh no it's okay like I can do it. Why does my
mm,
voice get higher than when I okay anyways whatever. Like
Okay,
oh it's okay.
but that's in the situation where other people are asking if you need help, right? What about
Okay, but like, yeah, um, very like I said, it's very situational. I feel like if it's something I need advice on, that's just very serious. Like that's like a problem,
Hmm.
like a deeper problem of mine. I think I would have a really hard time asking for help. That ties in with the second part of the question. I don't think it's because like I'm prideful or I feel I'm gonna feel inadequate. Maybe back then I would have said it's because no, I wouldn't have said I was prideful because I was prideful back then. A prideful person doesn't say they're prideful,
Yeah.
But I feel like now is probably just because I'm so like used to it.
What, feeling inadequate?
No, I'm so used to just like not asking people for help.
Oh, okay.
And also like I feel like because of like the past when I did ask for help, it wasn't necessarily like my needs weren't met. Yeah, like I don't know.
like you didn't get what you asked for?
Yeah, and also like I've been told specific things too when I did ask for help, and it definitely affected like even till this day. Like it's really hard for me to ask people for help unless I'm at like the breaking point. I'll like talk to
Mm,
someone about it because I know like if I don't, I'm gonna go back to the same place I was back then, which is why I
uh-huh.
do talk to people about it. But like when I'm in the moment, I think the last thing I think about is talking to someone about my problems.
I feel like inadequacy is a very interesting like part of myself because I feel inadequate a lot of the
Mm,
times,
Hmm.
mhm,
and it's definitely not when I'm asking for help,
mhm,
Hmm.
right? I already know that, oh, I'm not capable of doing the best for whatever this, I don't know, paper situation problem
Huh?
is. So when I'm asking, I'm at rock bottom. It's like I am useless. I need help.
I think I only feel inadequate when it's like I know I can do it, but it's not working out.
like
Oh, whoa,
mm.
that hit different.
It's like why can't I do it? Like I know I can do it.
Why is it not
Yeah,
working?
Oh,
it's not past my capacity of like what I can and cannot do, but
I
why is it
see.
not working right now? I feel like you would feel that a lot like that, Sean, no? Because, you know, it's like comp sci and it's probably like you probably like you're coding and it's like why isn't it working? And then you ask someone for
Mm.
help and they easily find it and it's like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Now that you bring that up, oh my God.
It's like,
You know,
dude, like
yeah.
I could have done that, but why couldn't I have done that?
Yeah. Damn. Just
Almost like instant regret. It was like right there.
what the? Are you a
Yeah.
comp sci major? How do you know this? What
It's just
the
I feel that
hell?
way when I'm like asking people for like homework
Uh,
help, especially in math. Obviously, I'm not good in math.
Yes.
Yeah, but
uh,
I just remember like in high school when I did ask for help, when I did like muster up the courage to ask somebody, I feel so inadequate, but like it was really that simple. Like why did I
mm,
even think of it like that?
man.
Yeah. Did it hit you different, John?
It did. It did. Oh, I just had a flashback to like all those past homework assignments I had. Oh my God.
You
The
bringing
past
back
the past
Sorry.
traumas.
years of my
It's
comp sci
truly a
career.
trigger warning.
I feel like that's very similar to like when you ask your mom where something is in the house
Mm.
and you've already looked
No,
for it in
okay.
the place that it's supposed to
That's just
be.
black magic, okay? They make it appear in that moment. Like I'll never understand that.
Yeah, but how are we not capable of doing
I
that?
know. Scariest when your mom goes like, "I swear, if I find it,
Oh
you're
no.
dead."
Oh
Oh
yeah.
no.
And they'll be like, "I swear, if I find it, you're gonna get so. Are you sure
Bro.
you looked everywhere?" And I'll be like, "I think so."
And you're like, wait, let me go
Like
check
I
again.
think I did, and I know I did, but why couldn't I find it?
Yeah.
That just brought up so many memories right now.
Yeah, too many instances where that's happened.
Have you guys ever been on the right side though, where they actually
Yeah.
can't find it?
Yeah.
It's so nice. It's one of the best feelings
Oh
ever.
yeah, I've actually had that happen a couple days ago. I told my mom, like, Mom, we ran out of butter, and she's like, No, it's in the storage. It's in the fridge.
Uh-huh.
It's in the back. And I was like, Oh, okay. I guess I just didn't look hard enough, right? And then like the next day, she's like, Yeah, so we're really out of butter, and I was like, Wow,
That's right. That's
it's not
right.
my fault. We are really out of butter. Go me.
Exactly. Go me.
Go me.
After they threaten to like, you're gonna get honesta if you don't like if I find it there, and they go look and they're like, it's gotta be somewhere here, right? It's gotta be. And
They
then
start
yeah, and they
panicking. They're
start
like,
panicking. Mm,
Because they want to be right.
exactly.
Well, who doesn't want to be right?
Uh.
All right, I think this is a good spot to end it.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to episode 7 of this podcast. Once again, thank you to our sponsor, Snickers.
Yes.
I don't know what we would do without you guys. What are our other sponsors, Lydia? I know you're
Geico. Thank you, Geico.
Geico.
Thank
Oh
you.
yeah, how could I
Thank,
forget Geico? Oh
thank
my
you,
God.
Living Spaces, for providing this space for us right
When did
now.
we get living spaces?
Thank you.
You're just gonna name all the companies in the world.
Thank you,
Oh my
Thank you,
Bur-
Tesla.
God.
Thank you, Amazon.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Burlington.
GameStop.
GameStop. Make sure to follow our Instagram and our YouTube channel, guys.
Well, if they're not listening to this on YouTube,
Oh yeah.
make sure to like, follow, subscribe, ring
Hit
that
that bell
bell for
button. You already
notifications
know.
when we.
Obliterate
You already know.
Obliterate that subscribe button. Commit genocide on that
Yeah.
subscribe button. You guys
Yes,
already
there's-
know. Yes, there's ski.
It's like
All right.
funnier because John is saying it with such a straight face.
Make sure to leave in the comments below what you guys thought of our questions.
All right. Well, thank you for listening, guys, and we'll be back with another episode. So, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.